the outside for this one. Terrific blocking downfield, point of attack, a little misalignment defensively.
Thomas runs away from pressure, wants to throw a deep out, and it looked like he over today to beat this talented but young Clemson defense. Thomas on the keeper, faked the dive play, gets about 3 before he is thrown.
Not as deep as they were last year, but a bunch of guys who've played a lot of ball.
Rolling to Shaq, lost inside. Thomas stops, throws back against the grain, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tankersley. Drake. Oh, don't want to see that one again. Georgia Tech has to start from the 16. The first thing in this offense is the dive play, and they give it to Marcus Marshall.
Back to center to be there, obviously.
Same play, same carry after about the 4th.
And not to cut block if someone's engaged, so they're down to the bottom of their roster. And for a place like Georgia Tech, Mike, they...
3rd and 7. The last kind of situation Georgia Tech wants to be in. For them, it is still a running down and a keeper for Justin Thomas. And that tells you how much they do not respect you. Option to the outside, nowhere to go. Look at that defense swarm.
Are going to run the option, make it shorter, not as wide, because right now there's 3 or 4 defenders waiting for him.
Clemson crowding the line. Thomas going for the end zone. It's a jump ball and batted away. Thomas, 5-man rush, has time, throws sideline, too high.
Over to that side, and Watkins fought off a double team, made the solo tackle. Great blow up by Bulware. What a huge play.
Can Justin Thomas get anything going? You look at the Clemson defense.
Develop some depth in a schedule that I think is manageable on this defense. This would be a dangerous squad by the end of the season.
Now they spread them out a little bit, and Thomas on 3rd and long, under pressure. These 2 defensive ends can rush the passer with anybody. Kevin Dodd, number 98, or Shaq Wilson, number 90 on the other end. They can make life miserable for a quarter.
We didn't think we could against Louisville and against Notre Dame. But he says that's the strength of our offense. We just haven't had to uncork it much.
Toss to Lynch. Flag is down. This is going to... Transfer from Stanford has done a great job this year. Instead, they run it wide and finally get some running room with Mikel Land. Scove.
And what you have to realize now, if you're just tuning into this game, run the ball the way they are.
6-man front for Clemson. Scove only gets... and is probably sending tweets out to his Stanford teammates saying, I told you so. Well, that last-minute fantasy information. Fullback dive play to Marcus. An offense may be thinking, well, gee, why don't they do something else? This is their offense. They are not going to do something else.
And I think, again,
Marshall is the deep man in the backfield. Lance Davis is in. Looks like Griffin was also in. And they try to get the edge. And they 4 tackles, 3 for loss so far. Fullback dive again with Marcus Marshall, the true
adventure.
And it's a fake. And they've got the first down out near the 50-yard line. Again, it's Marcus.
The 2 defensive tackles and the middle linebacker play those gaps.
Thomas trying to hit one as Lynch wide open. And Lynch will walk in. 50 yards.
He lived for 300 years.
Little option look from Justin Thomas. Appear to have the speed to get outside on Clemson. Thomas trying to get outside and does. Across the 30, he's got enough to get the first down.
Still looks a little not 100% as he's walking around.
Back to throw under pressure. Got away from one, but Lawson will bring him down. Kevin Dodd made him scramble.
It's just not their strength.
They have athletes galore. Quarterback draw, Thomas. The one thing Brent Venables said about this defense, beleaguered Capital City. Watson under pressure. Both defensive ends all over.
And really, if you're Georgia Tech, did try to throw it.
Quarterback keeper. And another negative play. The other offense there is.
Timing. Timing at a high speed.
Marshall swarmed under.
It's easier to coach hard after a win than a loss.
And coaches just love stuff to correct. Crowd really into it. Fullback dive only gets. Dive play gets not much.
Guys who haven't had to do much.
And they run a dive play.
Back to see.
Thomas, option toss. Nothing works outside. Dorian O'Daniel, number 6.
It's a really good group Brent Venables has on the field.
And the defensive coaches did a remarkable job getting them ready for this game. They are reading their keys. They are able to get outside.
Look like himself on the field right now.
3rd and long, under pressure. Didn't have a chance. Goes down at the 40. Tigers number.
Last year, just a gut-wrenching loss at Florida State for Clemson. They got the ball back inside minute and a half, fumbled it.
Boy, Justin Thomas on a keeper, and he just had absolutely nowhere to go. 2nd and 10 as they overload the left side with motion. Pass underneath to June, and he will make the catch. Takes it up around the 40-yard line for Red Tankers. What's Russell Wilson, 5'10"?
5'11".
Well, look at this defense.
You know, that they're not going to get bored calling the option. Can we keep defending it? And they haven't.
Tipped and incomplete. And let's go back to how Clemson comes on the blitz. Underneath pass, that one is...
and he just doesn't look like 100% himself.
He's just getting whacked, too. This one is wide. Well, it certainly influences his ability to run. He has lost 5 yards when he's tried to hang on to the ball. And there is the base play for the option. Look at this. All the pressure they had. Tried to set up a screen. Thomas. Defense by the defensive end. Rogers just wouldn't
play here. This is really good time for Clemson to develop some depth.
Fullback dive. Takes it up near.
Excuse me, down in Atlanta.
Yes, it is down.
Let's be factually correct with geography.
Little pitch, one of the few tosses they've actually been able to get outside, but it does them no.
Tone down the talk a little bit.
They only have 63 yards rushing. That's stunning. You saw the graphic. The last time it happened was against Miami when Miami was great on defense.
Receivers to the NFL draft. Summers was hurt for 2 games.
Toss, nothing doing. This is just him and Curse. Alexander, both defensive ends. Thomas sets up as a man wide open, a strike to Ricky June, and he'll walk in.
Seems to have great touch on every throw, just a really emerging star.
Jordan on the carry. I feel like there's been an analyst coup up here in the
win ties the longest in school history, and just this is a team in Clemson coming into the year. There's no way with what they lost you could have said